Legion or For the Horde was, or Paragon or what have you.
Uh,
So I think his popularity is more based around he was streaming before streaming was cool, I guess. So he kind of hit a really good niche with it, and kind of I guess that's what kind of catapulted him was that more so than the guild tag.
okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I suppose people have told me I should try and talk to him, so I'll see if I can set up an interview with Towley as well. So I've got a question because someone made a comment in the chat screen about devised TV, and that it's too old. Um, so
What?
I know. And then here's Smasher in the library, and I
I
talked to
can't
him
read
on
at all.
Skype. I've talked to him on Skype before. He's not usually sitting in the library with books behind him, so I think he's trying to exude a somewhat intelligent, persona, maybe because this is about, research and so on. And of course, then we have Affinity in a robe, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a blanket behind on your chair?
That is
And where does that door go?
uh the rest of the house.
You're allowed out of the room. That's good
Oh
news.
well, yeah,
And
definitely.
you will see behind me, I have a telescope and I have a pile of books. So, and I did think about that. I thought I should probably take down, inappropriate photography and things of that sort. Maybe not have a bunch of rubbish behind me. So, and I never really thought about that before. Like, who really cares what's behind me? But viewers notice. So do you guys think about that? Like when you set up your live stream, where it is and what people will see behind you?
I don't.
Well, not really. To be honest, usually
No.
I have a green screen behind me, and you
Okay.
don't see anything. And
A green screen.
somewhere you
Oh
can see
yeah.
it's there.
Oh my God! Oh, show it to us. Go on, get
Mm.
up. Show it.
Basically, it's behind me. You see nothing. So, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, tell us about the green screen stuff though, because that's more like a whole nother step. I mean, you're going to another level with green screening, and why are you?
Nah, not really. That's pretty old. Nah, but it's just you hide yourself in the game basically. So you don't have that square window when you see yourself and everything else. So it's
Mhm.
only you. You cut out everything out and you are in the game. So it's just you, nothing else that covers the screen. It's pretty cool, I guess.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Looks
Well,
better.
I do know that over the Christmas time, you were doing a series with, and I'm forgetting his name. Is it
Karak?
Kerag? Kerag, who is also a very, I would say, well-known German gamer personality, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys on good terms? Are you friends still?
Totally. I
I
visited
wasn't sure.
him like 2 months
Okay.
ago. We
Okay.
made a 24-hour stream. It was funny as hell.
See, now that's
No
another
sleeping
part
at all
too.
for, yeah, all the time.
So you did 24 hours straight.
Straight.
How do you prepare for something like that? And how do you keep it
We didn't.
interesting? I mean, Athene does that as well. And haven't you done that almost Affinity, almost 24 hours? Or
Well, I cheat because when we do 24 hours, it's like me streaming for 12, and then Yappy, my streaming partner, will do the other 12. So I haven't done anything myself close to 24 hours, but the channel has.
the channel? Okay.
That's cheating though.
Would you
Channel.
consider trying to do that for like charity or as a publicity stunt? Or, I mean,
God, I mean, sure, why not? But that's kind of what are you gonna do for 24 hours that keeps people
oh
interested?
no, I don't
I
even know
go,
what you guys, how you guys do this for 2 hours. I mean, Devi, would you do that for 24 hours? Would you stream for that long, non-stop?
I might be doing that when Guild Wars 2 is out,
Really?
so it might be happening.
Wow, I don't know how you guys. I'm impressed. I don't think I could do anything more than a couple of hours before I'd get really tired or bored or
Nah, it's
worried
not
that
like
my
that.
audience would get bored. How long? Okay, I just group question. Just quick recap for those who are just joining us. I am joined. I'm being cheeky and been given a little guest spot on Affinity's live stream, and I'm joined by Devi and Smasher, who are all top raiders and are also very involved in the live streaming business. And I wanted to talk to them a little bit about what that experience is like, what got them into it and how they've enjoyed it. And my impression is they wouldn't do it if they didn't like it. And they don't necessarily think about what's behind them, although there's some green screening going on. And some of our guys have actually engaged in very long, lengthy, stretched live stream events and doing other sort of offshoots from there. And then the other thing I wanted to also mention to everybody was who am I? Some people are asking who I am. In the middle of Affinity's screen there, you can see raiding research. I'm actually a PhD doctoral student at the Durham University, which is located in the northeast of England. And I am studying raiding in particular for my research. So this isn't necessarily part of my thesis per se, but I've noticed a trend, and I've started doing a series of interviews with raiders and people from different perspectives, and I thought this would be a fun topic to cover. So this keeps happening, Devi. People keep saying you look very focused, very angry, very, intense. And you were telling me earlier this is your soft face. So
Yeah, this is my soft face. You haven't seen anything yet.
yeah, show us your angry face.
No, you don't want to see it. I mean, you'd lose like 300 viewers flat out, so I don't want to do that, sorry. This is one of my better days. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, okay. And to clarify, yes, Devi is from Paragon, and they are a Finnish language guild. Now, if I spoke Finnish fluently and I could raid at their level, they probably would be happy to have me in their guild, even though I'm not actually Finnish nationality-wise. So, and Smasher is German and did raid until recently with the top-ranked German raiding guild, which is for the Horde. He's kind of retired from that a little bit because you're busy with your schoolwork, aren't you, Smasher? And other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Are you going to get back into it though? Like once?
Right after the stream.
Yeah.
Can't
Right
wait.
after the stream. Okay. And you guys are asking if I play World of Warcraft. I should let you know that of course I do. I wouldn't. I chose partly to research it because I was already well established in the community as a player and a raider, so it made it easy for me. It's kind of hard to go and decide to study something when you don't know it very well, so I kind of developed that relationship. And then am I raiding right now? I am not really, because I'm so busy writing my thesis, which is its own kind of raid encounter, and it's kind of going well now, I hope. I've been wiping for months and months and months. So, and Fubar, maybe, just tell me how much money you earn and we can discuss marriage later. I'll have my family talk to you. We can work something out. But I have a feeling with a name like Fubar, you may not necessarily be serious about that offer. So, who is the woman? Just explain who I am. It gets boring after a while. I keep explaining who I am.
Make a scroll text.
So, guys, let me ask you all in the viewing audience here. Why do you watch live streaming? And while they think about an answer for that, I'd like to take Sora's question, which is really good. And I'm going to start with you with this question, Affinity, is... Sora's asking, do you think there's competition between the streamers? Like, I realized, because part of the reason that streaming has become popular is that you can generate a modest amount of revenue doing it, and of course you can generate more, which is great. I am actually quite a strong believer that raiders should be able to earn income if they can through legitimate means, so I don't have an issue with that. But do you think it causes some conflict between you guys because one person's stream might do better than another person's stream? I mean, have you felt any competition? Affinity, have you noticed any of that on the American side or globally, or?
Not any real direct competition. I mean, you definitely notice that, there's, before I would turn my stream on, there's some streams that'll have 200-300 people, and I'll get on, and then all of a sudden they'll tank to 50, and Kongor's one of them. I talk to him every once in a while, and he gets very angry when I start my stream, and he loses all of his viewers. Or if I'm streaming and Tali's not on, and then Tali turns on, and then you lose 300 viewers or whatever. I don't know that there would ever necessarily be direct competition, because we're all sort of doing our own thing. But, I mean, I guess as far as viewership, you're really kind of... Everyone's operating under, for the most part, at least on the U.S. side, the same viewers, this the same collection of 3,000 or 4,000 people, and they kind of, spread themselves out a little bit.
So, is that the same? I mean, have you noticed that as well, Smasher, within Germany? Would you say primarily that if you're live streaming in German, that you're primarily attracting German-speaking viewers?
Only.
Is there competition there as well, or? I mean, do you
There
kind
is
of
surely a
dominate the scene,
competition.
or? There is? Okay. Yeah.
Of course, especially inside guild, and we had two other active streamers, I guess. Was a mage and a paladin from our guild, and we battled each other in the streams that they should like us or them or dislike them, whatever, and had even community challenge between those things and gave away stuff. So it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
Yeah, I suppose, I mean, what do you think, Devi? You guys are all pretty competitive anyway, aren't you? I mean, it's part of being a top raider. You sort of like being competitive. Do you look at this as a competitive challenge, or is it just more about you streaming what you're doing, and if you get viewers, great. If not, no big deal. Or do you want to kind of get more viewers?
I think, well, it doesn't matter for me that much because people watch what they want to watch. I mean, other players wanna watch hunters, other players wanna watch like different classes. I mean, stuff like that. And of course, different channels has different content and stuff like that. But I don't stress about it that much. I mean, after summer, if I get my shit done in school, so I maybe can do like some script or ask other people to join my live stream, stuff like that. So to bump up a little bit the viewer base, but
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit like attached to the streamer. If somebody likes somebody, they just follow him. Even if they're not online, like Affinity just said, if Tovelia is not online, he gets more viewers, and if some other people like Tovelia more than him, they go to that stream. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's just like personal reference, what they want to watch, and there's shitloads of like us to go around, so why not? Maybe I shouldn't curse that much.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
that's okay.
about that.
It's all right, guys. Cover your ears if you're offended. So it's later in the day, you know, in Finland, so they're allowed to swear after 8 o'clock. So that's why. Are you guys pretty good at doing what your viewers want? Like if one of your viewers says, okay, play an ult or do something else, do you actually listen in, or do you, I don't know, do you kind of just do whatever the hell you want and leave it at that? I mean, Smasher, have you tried to listen to your audience, or do you?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not very intelligent to always listen to the guys that tell you what to do, because I'm no puppet. I don't feel like strings attached, and I'm my own person. I do what I want, and if people
Okay.
want to watch what I do, they can. But I'm not the voodoo doll, and people say, go left, go right, play whatever, play a Death Knight. I would die if I have to play a Death Knight. I hate fucking Death Knight. And everybody, oh, what the hell, go and play a Death Knight.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know why everyone wants to see me playing a Death Knight. I hate it.
Probably because you don't want to do it. That's why.
Yeah, but everyone was like, oh, it's so funny and whatever, and tried to convince me. I was like, no. And then, that's interesting. People said, if you don't do this, we'll leave. And I didn't do, and I didn't leave.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know,
Yeah.
perhaps they had nothing to do. Just boredom.
So, all right. Well, was that? I mean, Affinity? Would you? I'm reading the stream, the chit chat here. There's a lot of admiration for you, and apparently there's a lot of, you know, your voice and these various things. So there's, you know, people are hoping that you'll take your robe off one day. That's also seems to have come up. Do you pander to your audience, or do you try
Well,
to?
I mean,
know?
I do a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like I'm directed by them because it's basically, you know, I still end up doing what I want to do. There was a couple of stream viewers that were like, "Go level a warlock, go level a warlock," and okay, I play healers. I don't DPS, and I'm really bad at questing too. So me questing on a DPS class was just an absolute disaster, and like I did it for about 2.5 hours, and then I just wanted to stab myself, and I stopped doing it. And that's kind of the last time that I listened to the stream directly. That was not a pleasant experience, and anytime someone brings it up, I just ignore it. So I mean, I think interacting and listening to them a little bit is nice and all, but you know, it can get a little far, and I could get stuck in a warlock, and we're not going to do that again.
No, I suppose, yeah, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your stream. So, you know, what you choose to do, even if people are going to, you know, not like what you're doing. I mean, if you do something which could fail, then they'll also be very quick to criticize you for it. So a couple of questions that have come up through the live stream chat here. which I think these are kind of related questions. One is, how is it if you are sort of one of the only streamers in your guild and everybody else isn't? Has the fact that you're live streaming affected the guild at all? Do people get irritated by it? Does it bother anyone? Devi, has that happened at all? Are people all right with you streaming, or do they care?
Yeah, they're all right with it. I mean, there's a couple of people who love to